Alright, long time no see. So we got 10 new pedals right here you're about to see. And first I want to say one thing real quick. So as you knew, if you've watched this channel, I had that big blue pedal that I was working on. And I do have some bad news, but there's a little silver lining of good news on it. The bad news is the points are so fine that with my novice skill of circuit bending, I just could not get those points without accidentally connecting them to another point, and without basically making something that's going to be stable enough to be used, in a regular environment. So what I'm going to have to do with that is I have to cancel plans on that, but I did find a workaround. But that blue pedal, I will, I guess, either build it later on in the future when my skill's better, or I might get someone to complete that fine soldering work because those points are microscopic. I'm talking those points are like the size of points of surface mount transistors or resistors, but without any solder on them at all. And you can't get solder to start sticking to them. But the bigger brother of it already had a little bit of solder on those points, so I was able to get that going. So I'm going to show you these pedals. Some of these turned out better than others, but I want to say something. I had those 10 Fab Chorus pedals, but these Fab Chorus pedals were a little bit different. The name was slightly different. They're both Fab Chorus, but on these new ones it says Nifty 50 on it. The boxes are slightly more faded, and the boxes say 2018 instead of 2005 on them, but the pedals themselves still say 2005, but I'm not sure if they actually were made in 2005 or if they just reused that bottom label 2005 sticker, because if you go inside and look at the date code, none of them have the date code stamped into them, so I don't really know. But what I did find is it seems the components themselves have, I don't know what it is, I don't know whether they have less solder on the surface mount components, or whether the surface mount components, what I think it is just they're lower quality compared to the old batch, where they can't handle as much heat, and so they burn. I mean, they like just liquefy when I was trying to mod them. And you might say, hey, you used your new iron, maybe that was a problem. No, I tried with my old iron, the new iron with lead solder and lead-free solder, and I have more to say on that in a minute, but we'll get back to that. And basically, I completely ruined 2 pedals. They were destroyed. And, being a little baby like I am in my rage, I smashed them to bits with a rubber mallet. But, what can we do? You got to take out that frustration somehow. And, yeah, I quit drinking, so I don't have that option. Well, actually, that would make it worse. But I digress. Then 2 more pedals. Sorry, not 2 more. Then, 3 more pedals I almost ruined, but was able to salvage them. So 5 pedals in, I already had messed up half of the pedals trying to do that Pride pedal mod. So I'm so sorry, I have to abandon it for this new batch of pedals. If I ever come in contact with a new old batch of Fab Chorus, I can try it again. Or I could have just got extremely lucky when I made that one, because most of those pedals I've modded in the Fab line are just using what do you call it? They're not actually on like the tiny parts. They're on, even though it's all surface mount technology, it's on the bigger components of the surface mount technology, if that makes sense to you. So, I felt defeated. I only had 5 left, and I thought, you know what? Let's try to make something cool out of 3 of them, and maybe save the other 2 for later, and maybe do something with them later on. So I'm saving 2 for later on. I think I'm gonna save 1, just to keep it, because I haven't seen the Nifty 50 box anywhere else, so it might be a collector's one day. I don't know, but I might mod those 2 other ones later in time. But without further ado, let me show you what I've done. So first, let's show you the best stuff. The best stuff. These are the best 3 right here. Now, I'm sorry, that paint is kind of still drying. It's kind of sticky, but I have 2 spray paints in my garage that I've actually never used before. I had an orange spray paint that was for tractors and outdoor farm equipment, which is very, very robust. And there's also another really robust dark blue, which I've never used either, because I've painted a lot of blue pedals, so I haven't had to need it. And so I painted that with that orange. I sprayed a little bit of yellow on there for accent and a little bit of red. I kind of missed a little bit in the front, but I was painting this in pitch black dark. I left the backs of these, well, I sprayed a little red on that, but I left the back undone just because I just, I don't know, just for this one I wanted to see how that would look. But anyways, what are these? And I've named these already. Well, the cool ones I've named. This is the twin turbo. I've named that because it has two kind of drives on front, each turbo. But like, it's not a supercharger. It's not like too hardcore. I mean, it's hardcore, but it's a twin turbo, so that's what this one is. Pretty self-explanatory. Two different drives. Then this is when we get to the crazier stuff. Right here we have Flirting with Satan, and right here we have Demonic Force. Demonic Force, I gave a little bit of black on top of the blue to give it a little dark edge in some spots compared to this one. They're both a little bit different. They might wonder, how did I perfectly get that like that? Well, these fab pedals have a little plastic coating over the labels, so I pulled that off afterwards. Same thing I'm going to do with this, but I'm going to leave the plastic coating on that one. So I can't really explain these without demoing them. They're just really hardcore crazy. I'm surprised I did not find these mods when I originally did these pedals, but there's so much. When I say so much, I've never found as much mods as I can do with these pedals as any other pedal. There's so much you can do, but I say the one bad thing about these mods is they're not really stackable. Like, you couldn't put like 20 of these mods in one pedal. A lot of these mods are only from a few different of the same components, but if you wire them up in different ways, like one of them, I can't. One of them does this weird thing where, it really heightens up. One of the switches heightens up the chorus effect itself, and then the other switch totally cancels out your clean tone. So basically, that means you're only hearing the chorus tone itself, but it's playing, like, if you went down down to down, it's gonna play down down to down, but only with the chorus sound. But you won't hear any guitar. It'll just be the warbly durbly chorus synthy sound, but down to down. It's kind of interesting how that works. And basically the way I got that is I got some components wired up, running through each other and then out again. It's kind of a weird effect, and that's how I got it to do that. Hey kid, like, y'all like seeing cats, but cat, please stay away from this. It's like dry, but if you step on it, it'll make a paw mark. So please, here, let me move him. Oh my God, he's trying to attack the wires. That's why I've had these pedals in the drawer. Little sandstorm. But yeah, that's what one of these does. I can't remember which is which, but I'll know once I do the demo. I think it's the Demonic Force that does that I just explained to you. But it might be the Flirting with Satan. And then the other one just has some weird kind of crazy gnarly distortion effects on it. Like really gnarly to the next level. Alright, so like I said, hey, I wasn't able to build the case for those pedals because circuit bending such those tiny components was just beyond my skill set. But I did find a very low budget workaround. I know you're gonna shake your head when you see this, but here we go. So we have the Polka Glitch and the Polka Glitch Plus. Not the cat eat the wire. Stop. Do not eat the wire, okay? Now, before I tell you what these are, I want to tell you all this real quick. I was going to use the lead solder because it's so much easier to work with, but I just don't feel comfortable using that kind of solder around my cats. It just makes me feel very uncomfortable. So I only soldered one pedal with the lead solder before. I'm like, it's just too risky of it. My cat's getting exposed to it. Yeah, I can't even remember what pedal it was, but one of these pedals I used the lead on. But I'll probably just stop chewing the wire. Stop. Oh my God. Stop. He's like, ugh. You're going to attack the wire too, aren't you? But anyways, gosh. But there's no lead on these wires. But anyways, yeah, that's why I'm just moving away from the lead. Even though it's a little better, the safety of my cats is real important to me, so I'm not going to use it anymore. So if any of you do solder, and if any of you want the lead solder, just hit me up. You pay shipping, and it's yours. Alright, so what is the Polka Glitch and what's the Polka Glitch Plus? So basically, this mod mostly, there was some other chips, but mostly it consists of what I call the the source, and then you're just connecting it to different pins on this one chip. But there's other chips too, but it was mostly this chip. So the one that's marked green. So all you'll do is you just have live access to poke the pins on that chip. This one lets you poke them on the bottom and the top, and this one only gives you a narrow window. It's a lot easier to poke on the bottom, but you still can poke on the top. And they have two different source points, so they have a little bit different effects. This one is more likely to change your patch, whatever patch you're on inside the pedal. It's more likely to change it when you hit the things. And I say this one's a little bit better. That's why I gave it the extra room. But we had to sacrifice a button. But the button is still clickable. This is why I can't leave wires out. This is why I can't leave wires out. Stop. Stop it. Stop. Look at that. Look at that. I'm just holding him back. He's like, no, I'm going to attack it. Okay. You know what? Come on. I believe I can fly. Alright, come on. We're going to go down here. They're always so curious of what I'm doing. That's why I can never solder. I still have my iron out, but I need to put it away. But I can never solder when they are around because I don't want them to get burnt. But anyways, let's move on. Then we have the bigger brother, which the points were a little bit bigger, and they actually had some solder on them, so I was able to bend with those. But I misplaced the screws, so I got to find those. But we got our mods on these. Now these mods aren't as cool. They add basically what I think I named this one the electric dust, right? Electric dust. Yeah, I think that's what I named it. The names on the inside. I put all the names on. I might not have done this on a few of my early pedals, but I put the names on the inside base plate on all my pedals and Sharpie and stuff, and when they were made and all that. I only put the actual day if the whole pedal was conceived and all built in one day. If it spanned over a couple days, I just put the year, or I sometimes might add the month. So there's that. It adds like a little bit of this electronic noise to your thing. Some patches are totally unaffected. Some are really affected. There's this one cool patch where the only way I can explain it is it adds some little synthy tones. But I only noticed that on one patch, maybe two. But that was cool. Let me put this solder wheel. I mean, the solder wheel, it's rolled up and it was underneath something, but they'll get it out, so I'm gonna put that in my pocket. Now we get to the 3 failures that survived. Okay, so we have hissy fit. We have, because I had a hissy fit and just drilled a nail through it. Then we have what is this? Dusty Hobo Boost, and Dusty Boost. These basically do not even function normally anymore at all. They just give a slight boost, but with a high noise floor. I mean, don't eat a battery. Oh my god. You know, I'm telling you, if you have kittens as in cats younger than the age of 1, it's worse than having an infant. I mean, I've never had an infant, but trust me, it's worse. I mean, worse as in what you got to do to deal with them. So yeah, just a little noisy boost. That's all they do. They're both basically the same, except one gives you a clean look. One is just disgustingly disgusting, and that's what this one's about. And this one is kind of the same of those two, but it's it has even more of a noise floor. But these two actually, like when you turn them off, your signal comes through pretty fine. I mean, there might be a little extra noise on your signal than normal, but it comes through clean. On this one, there is no off. You cannot turn this pedal off. It's always on. And I was just mad, and I just drew through it. And, yeah, I decided to save the little screw because I had a Danelectro pedal that one broke off. So instead, I just glued it. But while I was gluing it, I was like squeezing it, and it just popped and exploded all in my hand, and I was just like a little baby, like a little mad toddler, and that's why it's all disgusting, and that's why it's called hissy fit. But yeah, I mean, this one's just so stupid. I'm probably not even going to sell this one. I'm probably just going to include this one free with someone who might want it in one of my pedals I sell. That's probably what I'll do. I'll probably just include it with something for free. And then last but not least, we have this little chorus I bought years ago. This is my very first chorus I bought. Was it? I think it was. Yeah, I think this is my very first chorus pedal I bought. Or, no, I bought this and I think another chorus pedal at the same time. I'm not sure. But anyways, this, we're like, well, Julian, there's no mods to this pedal. What's so special about it? Basically, I didn't find much, but you know me, I can't go home defeated. So I basically, and okay, I was going to make this a switch, but there was absolutely no room inside this. If you guys want to start circuit bending at home, get cheap big pedals. Do not do anything tiny. Just do not. There's a reason you never see pedals this size circuit bent. Oh my God, I'm a circuit bend you, cat. If you don't stop eating that wire, you're going to be circuit bent. Alright. So anyways, what does this pedal do? So basically, it's still a chorus, but it has like this boost in it that's almost an overdrive. Depending on how hot your signal is going in, if your signal going in isn't that hot, it behaves as a boost. If your signal is already going in kind of hot, it behaves like an overdrive. But it's always on, cannot be disabled, so you can't just get this chorus clean anymore. So if you want a chorus that's already going to start off boosted or a little bit drivey, cat, do not eat this one. Oh my God! Look at it. Look at this. Do you know what you're doing? Stop. That's why I gotta keep these pedals. He doesn't chew other wires. He likes chewing these. You know why he likes chewing these? They're so thin. That's why he likes these. Can you not? Can you not? But he's also doing it to get my attention. You know how that is. Wow, he's chewed it up. Oh well. But anyways, that's that. Those are the 10 pedals that are gonna be demoed soon. All these 3 I'm gonna combine into one video. You know what I mean? This one's gonna be listed for sale pretty soon. I'm gonna just bulk list all of these. This will be listed too. I just gotta find those bottom plate screws. These will be listed as well. Now some of these you notice that the label isn't on them, but the label will be added to all of these except the hissy fit. I just engraved ADHD in this because this thing is just so that we're not even going to give that one a sticker. But these do have a sticker. Basically the same thing, but one is, hey, I want to have a clean look. One is, hey, I want to look disgusting. And also, I destroyed the light because it's so bright. I just drilled through it, and now the light is dead. So if you want the boost that's not going to blind you, because this is the worst LED ever. This LED is so bright, you can just put a battery in this pedal, turn it on, and be like, zzz, flashlight, flashlight. I swear. But anyways, yeah, these pedals are coming out. I actually really like this paint. It's, like I said, it's tractor paint. Like I said, it never got used. I had a tractor paint and this other blue paint I've never used. But I do want to move away from spray paint just because all the chemicals in it, like, that go into the air. So I'm going to, once all this spray paint is gone, or once it's dwindled to the point that I have very few choices left, I'm going to move on to like a hand-painted or airbrushed thing. Because my grandfather gave me an airbrush paint thing that he's never used. So that'll be cool. And I can just use regular paint in that, not filled with those chemicals. I mean, paint has chemicals anyways. But you know what I mean. Not as bad, not as deadly. So there's that. I hope you like this. I was going to post another video saying, oh my God, everything didn't work. But then I'm like, you know what? Let's try to get some cool stuff. And these pedals, especially these two, I really want to say I like these 2 pedals better than any of the 7, what do you call them? What do you call them? Am I stupid? The 7 deadly sins? I guess. Yeah, 7 deadly sins. But look, here's the... Oh, let me show you all the box real quick. I want to show you all this. I know we just dragged this out for 20 minutes, but... Look, okay. Here. Alright, so... I'm not going to show you all the circuits and anything. That'll just take too long. But look, this is the box difference. So these are the standard old ones. These could handle heat better. This is the Fab Chorus, just regular. And then the new ones I got say Nifty 50. And the box is 2018. Now I only have one little theory on this. So Dan Electro released a little amp called the Nifty 50. What I think is Dan Electro released this as an accessory for the Nifty 50, which is basically the same pedal. The components are slightly lower quality, or just less heat resistant, and just slightly different labeling. Same basic tone. Yeah, but that's the difference. See, I'll show y'all right here if you can see. Nifty 50 thick vintage course. And if you look up Nifty 50 course, you can't really find anything on it. And it also has the California prop warning about, cancer. Even though it's a lead-free board, it might have some other things in it. But yeah, this is crazy. These each gonna have their own video. These will both be combined into one video. This will get its own little video. All three of these combined into one video. Then this. Hey, and I'm gonna record all these videos tomorrow because I didn't even tell y'all. Did I tell y'all the worst thing that happened to me? So, my God, this week was horrible. First off, this is what happened. Electricity struck the ground, which went into my Ethernet cable, which it traveled along the Ethernet cable, and of course me, thinking I'm so smart, I got everything surge protected. But I'm an idiot, and I did not surge protect the actual Ethernet cables, because I never thought that was a thing I had to do. So what did it do? It fried the internet box, it fried my little Ethernet breakout box, and then it fried the HDMI port in my PS4. So I cannot play my PS4 anymore unless I get it fixed. And it's going to cost so much to fix that I might as well just buy a new PS4 while they're clearing them out. So, I bought a new PS4. What is it? $300? Comes with a free controller. The controller's worth $40 brand new on its own. So I paid like $260 for the system. Got double the memory my old one had. I mean, hey, I can replace that little, HDMI thing on my own one day, and I got a new PS4. Why not? You know what I mean? And you're saying, well, you got two now. Well, hey, if I got two in the future, I can give one to my buddy in the future, or, whatever. Just give to somebody, or, you could play like LAN, but like in the same house in a different room, online. Whatever. But that's that. That happened. That really put me down in the dumps. Then 5 of these things dying because the components being less tolerable, or me, I guess, losing my skill, being an idiot. I don't think it's that, but 5 in a row getting fried. I don't know. Something's a little bit different about these. The circuit boards are clearly different if you look at them. The components look the same. Like it's the same components in the same spot. They might have been supplied from different people. So there's that. Yeah. So yeah, all these videos coming out. But anyways, tell me. I'm glad y'all stayed to the end, and I'm gonna do a little album review in this. Thank you for that. All right. So tell me though, which one of these do y'all want to see first? I'm uploading them all tomorrow. But what video do you want to be first? Do you want to be this twin turbo, just 2 different little flavors of distortion / overdrive, flirting with Satan, some crazy off the wall distortion, or that weird demonic force, which it's a distortion, but it can turn up the chorus effect, and then the other switch just disables your clean tone entirely. I mean, this is so cool. This is a one-of-a-kind pedal, but I may make a clone of this for someone I know. I might, but I might tweak it a little bit. But it won't even be for sale. But anyways, these are still one of a kind either way. I'm not going to keep mass producing them, I don't think. I mean, it's so tempting. But it's so hard, at least for a noob like me, to work with, surface mount components. It's like Bane. But there's just so much you can do with these pedals. It's just the surface mount. People say, oh, you through-hole snob. Okay, some people are through-hole snobs for the sound. I don't give a about that, okay? What I care about is, hey, if you want to mod it through-hole, it's like trying to cut butter with a knife, or like trying to cut butter with your finger. So that's the difference between working with through-hole or surface mount technology. So yeah, let me know which one of these y'all want to see first. Do y'all want to see this guy, this guy, this guy, these two, this one, all 3 of these in one, or this? Now, I'm telling y'all need to pick one of these two, because those are the craziest. But it's all up to y'all. I'll let y'all decide. If no one votes, no one says anything, I'm going to do one of those two first. And if y'all do vote, then I'll do whatever someone votes on. Alright, but wait. You know, we said we're going to do more of those album reviews. Now, all my albums are in a closet in the main house. None are really in here right now because, like I said, I'm still rearranging things. But I might have something. In here right now. Let's see what I got with me. Do I got much I can review? Let's see. Hey, any cats that are gonna terrorize me? This isn't really an album, but we'll just do a quickie on there. So, all right. Now this is a little bit special. So here we have many of you, if you're a fan of '80s music, you'll probably like this, especially like synth pop and stuff. But we have Sly Fox's "Let's Go All the Way." Now this is really his only hit song. Well, it was a duo, and basically they only did this one album, but this was a single at first. But you're like, hey, what's so special about that? It's just a single. Well, what's special about this single is it's the extended version. But not only is it the extended version, this is the Canadian edition. You might say, okay, who cares? It was made in Canada. But the extended version on the Canadian edition is different than the rest. And I think a little bit better. Not many people know that it's a different version, but it's slightly different. Now, there may be a Canadian pressing that does have the standard extended edition on it as well. I'm not sure, but the version, the different Canadian extended version is cool and worth it on its own. So you should try to get yourself. What's wrong with me? Try to get yourself a copy of this. If you already like this track, try to order a copy from Canada that's made in Canada with the extended edition on the single. And most likely you're going to get that special alternate mix. But it doesn't say it's an alternate mix, but it is. Alright, see everybody. Hope you, thought these were cool looking. You're going to hear them tomorrow because I'm going to post the video of them tomorrow. So yeah, that'll be awesome. And I hope you liked these cats photobombing everything. Did you like photobombing? What are you trying to eat? Are you... Okay, they're attacking more wires. I have to hide every wire from them. Alright, but anyways, see you guys. Thank you for tuning in, and you're going to hear these tomorrow. Just tell me which one y'all want to hear first. It might be past 12 when I post this, so it'll actually be today for you if you've already gone into the next day, but you know what I mean. Alright, see everyone.